Hey y'all, what's up? So I'm going to be showing y'all how I sync up my audio using an external mic for Mac. I don't know how to do it for non-Mac laptops or computers, so I can only speak to what I use and what I have. So the main things that we're going to be using, of course, is the external mic, your MacBook or whatever you have. Mac desktop, whatever. Mac only, y'all, sorry. And I use GarageBand, so that's what I'm going to use. I have a theory that you might also be able to use the voice note, like the memo notes, but I don't know yet. So for right now, I'm going to show you just what I do, and then I'm going to do a little bit more research to see if you can use it with the voice memo, and then if you can, then I'll come back and do another video showing y'all that. First things first. Oh Lord, let me moisturize my face and I'll be right back. Okay, so you're going to need, well, I use GarageBand, my MacBook, and iMovie. So let's get started. So the first thing I do is I plug in my microphone and make sure that it's selected for my main audio choice. So here's my microphone. I use the Yeti Nano. I'll link it in the description box down below. I will also link my previous mic, which is a really good mic. The only reason I got a new mic is I need this specifically for podcasting, and why not go ahead and use it for my main channel also. And I have it, you know, plugged up to my laptop with my little extender or whatever. The first thing I do is I click the little apple. I go into, let me fix it so y'all can see this is a little, okay. I go here, I go to System Preferences, and then I select Sound. And then I just make sure that my Nano, my Yeti mic is selected. And then I check my levels. So your input volume is the volume that you're putting in, like your voice speaking into the microphone. So however loud you want that. I put mine at about 50%. If I put it too loud, then it's going to sound too loud when it comes down to editing it. So I put it at about 50%, and then the output volume. And then for output, I put it at about 50% as well. I just like it pretty even. And putting them in the middle like this, it makes your voice a little bit louder going into and coming out of the sound. So that is what I do. Make sure that that is selected, your microphone, and then your settings are good. And you can see as I'm talking, because I'm close to my microphones, it's moving as I talk. So that's the first step. Then I go into GarageBand. That is what I use to record my audio into. It works the easiest for me. It's just very easy to use, and I learned how to use GarageBand very easily. So that's what I use, and I was already working on something, so I'm just gonna start a new project. So go to File and New, and you're gonna get a little pop-up. I just hit Enter twice, Create Project, Enter. And then of course, make sure that the microphone one is selected, because you're not doing music, you're just talking. So make sure that the microphone one is selected. And again, you can see down here, it says connected with Yeti Nano. So that confirms. Whatever your microphone is called, just make sure that it's showing that your microphone is connected. And then I hit enter. And then I immediately turn these off, because this is a metronome and a counter for music. I'll let you hear it. This is what it sounds like. So that's what it'll sound like while you're recording, and you don't need that because you're not recording music. So it's very, you don't need it. I deselect these two. It's the first thing I do. And you just hit record, and I always do a test first. I learned this towards the end. My other microphone, I don't know what started happening with my other microphone. It just started going in and out randomly. So I had to like start doing voice tests. And as you can see, as I'm talking right here, how the levels are moving, the louder I get. You never want it to get into the red. So if you find yourself talking too loud, no matter what, you can just drop this down and it'll automatically make sure your levels never get too high. So that's one you can always adjust. So I'm just going to do a test. Mic test 1 2 1 2, testing 1 2, video audio test 1 2 1 2. And then I hit stop, and then I move the counter back, or the little marker, and then I listen to it. Mic test 1 2 1 2, testing 1 2, video audio test 1 2 1 2. So that sounds really good to me. It's clear, it's nice and loud. So I'm gonna leave it right there. So that's when I start to record. So now I'm going to switch over to my lens so y'all can see me and y'all can actually hear the difference and everything. And I'm going to, show y'all more from there. So hold please. Okay, so this is what my audio sounds like without my microphone. So the first thing I do when I get ready to record is I clap loudly. So I'm about to do that right now. First, I'm going to hit record on GarageBand. And I see that's recording, and then I just clap. And I make sure that I'm clapping into the camera so I can see myself clapping also. And I just go like this. And then that's when I start recording, and that's when I start talking and everything. So here's just a sound sample for you without my microphone. And now this is what it sounds like with my microphones. And while I'm recording, I'm constantly like looking over at my levels to make sure that that green line is not going into the red, because I tend to talk a little loud sometimes. For example, if you go back and listen to my pizza mukbang with my sister, we were watching the levels, but I wasn't watching them closely enough, so I had to really work on the audio for that video. It's actually not the best. I'm actually struggling with my audio when I have more than one person talking into my microphone. That's something I really need to work on. But when it's just me, it's a lot easier to monitor and keep my voice at one level. When it's two people, sometimes you're talking at two different volumes. Like, for example, I talk a lot louder than Deja, so a lot of the times her voice doesn't really come through. So I'm going to show you what the point of the clapping was and how I sync everything else up into iMovie right after I record this video that I have to do. So I will see y'all in a few minutes. Another important thing, I'm coming back to you without my audio because I'm going to add this in real quick. But another important thing is when you're done talking and recording, make sure that you save it. Name something that's going to be easy enough for you to remember. For example, when I'm doing makeup videos, I just label it like part 1, part 2, part 3, so I know what order it goes in. That also is very important. Otherwise, you're going to be trying to figure out which audio clip goes with what. So make sure you name it something easy for you to know which audio clip goes with which video clip, if that makes sense. I'll show y'all that all in a minute also, but I just wanted to come on before I started recording to let you know that before I forget, because y'all, I forget stuff. So I will be right back. Okay, so I'm done filming. I'm just going to show y'all how I do this because I have to edit a video right now. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to open up your audio file. So I'm doing this Fenty Beauty video today. So see, I did it in parts Fenty 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to open up Fenty 1, and what you're going to do is you're going to go to share and song to music. So what this is going to do is, sorry y'all, my chair is going crazy, but what this is going to do is it's going to move this over into your iTunes. See, so it's showing you where it's going to go into iTunes, highest quality, and I leave it titled the same, and I just hit share, enter, and so now it's moving over into iTunes, so that way you can import it via iMovie. So that's going to take a minute. I'm going to do all 3 parts. So this is the part of the audio transferring that takes a couple of minutes because it does take a while, especially depending on how long your clip is. It's going pretty quickly. I think it's going to take about a minute for this file. You might want to go ahead and have your iTunes open because it's going to automatically start playing, and I hate listening to that. As you can see, I have a bunch of audio clips. So there it is. And there's me clapping. How y'all doing? Y'all all right? Okay, so there's the first clip, and I'm just going to do the same thing for parts 1 and 2. So I'm just going to open. I go to open recent where I have it saved, and I go to Fenty 2 now. I was going to ask you, do you want to save the changes that you made to your first clip? I always go to don't save because it's already saved the way I want it. I don't need it to be saved again. You can hit save if you want, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. Share song to music. Share. It's part 2. Oh, Lord. And yes, it is very important to clap at the beginning of all the clips. I'm going to show you why. The lighting right now on me is darker, so y'all can see the lighting on my computer screen. So y'all can see the words and stuff on my computer screen a little bit better. But it is very important to clap at the beginning of all the clips. It's going to be, I mean, you can do it without clapping. It just makes things a little bit more difficult, and I'm going to show y'all why. I've forgotten to clap a few times, and it's, it just takes a few more minutes to figure out, okay, what was I saying here? And you got to figure out exactly where it goes. And for like the spikes to match up, I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second. Okay, so now I have my video imported into my iMovie. If you go up to audio, you should see my Fenty clips right here. So those are my clips, and my 3 video files are down here. So yeah, hold on, I'm gonna try to, I can't do this with one hand, so I'm gonna try to put my camera in my lap. Okay, Lord, I hope my camera doesn't fall, but okay, so I have it here. So here's the first clip. So I don't know if y'all can tell, but see how the spikes are looking? Let me zoom in a little bit. So I put my cursor right here, and then I go over to the time stretch, and I stretch it out as far as possible because I want these lines to be as synced up as absolutely possible. So this is my regular audio, and then this is my new audio down here. So I'm just going to move this so this lines up. So see how they're perfectly lined up now, and the clap is lined up. I'm going to let y'all hear it without my microphone, and I'm going to let you hear it with the microphone. So here it is without my microphone. Y'all doing? Y'all all right? I'm good, y'all. So, okay, so that is without my microphone. So now I'm going to drop this volume down and bring my microphone audio back up to 100. I actually need to drop it down a little bit. It's a little loud, actually, but that's okay. I'm going to leave it at 100 for right now. So this is what it sounds like with my microphone. Y'all doing? Y'all all right? I'm good, y'all. So, I'm a little bit late. So as you can tell, it's a world of a difference linking your audio. And that is how I link my audio. Now there is one more step. So the other thing I do is I come to the very end of the clip, stretch it out again, and you're going to cut off the end of the unnecessary audio. I'm going to cut off this end piece of this because this bleeds over into this clip, and that's going to interfere when you put down the other audio clips. So I'm just going to cut this off right here, delete that, and do the same thing for clips 2 and 3. So here's clip 2, bring that right on down, see where I'm clapping, and just move that clap down to match that clap. That's why you clap. First of all, you can see yourself clapping, and it helps you to just find it better. And once that clap is matched up, everything else is automatically matched up, you know? So there we go. That clap is right there. Perfect. And then I always mute it, and I give it a listen. Let's get into this foundation. So there you have it. Give it a listen. I think this might be a pretty good match. It looks a little light in the pan, but let's give it a shot. There you go. So again, I'm going to go to the end of the clip. Clip 2. Stretch it out. And cut off the end right here. And finally, clip 3. There's that clap. There's my clap spike for my audio. Perfect. So now all of my audio is synced up. Subscribe to me if you haven't already, and please be sure to hit that. Okay. So now we have all of our audio synced up perfectly. Now the next step to do is to save it to your hard drive. Now the reason you have to save it first is because if you start going and editing and cutting this up, your video, you're gonna have to keep clipping the video every time you clip the audio. If y'all know what I'm trying to say, if you make a cut or whatever, you're gonna have to do both at the same time. So now you have to merge these together so that they are one file. Everything's synced up, it's looking good. Now my spikes are a little high, so I'm actually gonna drop it down to probably about 90% on my microphone audio, just to be safe. So I just have those highlighted, and I'm just gonna drop my microphone audio down to 90 just to be safe. And watch those spikes go down a little bit. I'm gonna take it a little bit lower. I actually put it down to 80. So now I'm just gonna save it to my hard drive, and I usually title it whatever the name is, like, and I put audio at the end so I know it's like the audio file. So I'll save this. For example, I'm going to title this Fenty Audio. So now that's just saving to my hard drive. And once that is saved to my hard drive, I just upload it into iMovie, and it's one file with audio and everything perfectly linked. I'm going to show y'all what that sounds like and how it's one file now with the better audio, because remember to mute your audio on your main file, on the file that came from your camera. Please be sure to mute that because it's gonna sound terrible. See, I know that seems like a lot of steps to get your audio synced, but trust me, y'all, it makes such a big difference in your audio, how it sounds when you're just using audio from your camera versus using audio from a mic. And even, no offense, but even a shotgun mic picks up a lot of wind. I just feel like when you're using a closer up external mic or even a lapel mic, it just picks up directly from your voice to the microphone. Like when I film, my microphone is right in front of me. Like it's right here when I'm talking. So it's here and my body is here, so it is going right into my microphone. I used to have a mount with an arm that held my microphone up in the air, but you can't do that with this microphone, so I don't have that anymore. I wish I did. It saved a lot of space, but I noticed when I would move or turn my head to the side, because it was always on the side of me, it would sound like you could hear me like turning away and stuff. So that kind of bothered me. So I kind of do like it being in front of me while I'm filming, but it gets in the way. Like when I'm doing makeup videos and stuff, I have to reach around the mic and I'm always bumping it and all that kind of stuff. But honestly, it's worth it for the sound quality, y'all. The quality is incredible. I love this microphone. The way I learned to sync my audio is I watched about 5 different YouTube videos on how to do it. So I'm trying my best to put it in one video, y'all. I'm not a professional, and I hope I made it sound easy enough for you guys. Sometimes I'm not the best at explaining how to do things, so I tried my best, y'all. I'm so sorry. If you need any help, please reach out to me. I am more than willing to like FaceTime with you or whatever. We can do like one-on-one. I don't mind at all. It's just, you know, it just takes a little bit of practice. Now you can hear my computer upload a chat, but whatever. It just takes a little practice. Honestly, once I did it like 2 or 3 times, I had it down. Like, it's not a big deal for me anymore. And now it's just like, it's part of what I do when I edit. It does take a little bit of time to put it on a hard drive and sync it up and then put it back on your computer. But I feel like the reward is worth it for your sound to sound 100 times better. 100 times better. Y'all be the judge. You can hear the difference with my microphone and without it. So y'all let me know if it's worth it to y'all. I just had a few people reach out to me and ask me how I sync up my audio with an external mic. And so I'm just putting out what I know to the world. I ain't the best teacher, but I'm trying my best, yeah. I'm ranting because I'm just wasting time waiting on this stuff. Important. Now, this part does take a while because the file is a bit large. This video is an hour long, so it's going to take about 20 minutes to import, and then I have to put it back onto my laptop. And I feel like they're not going to let me do that because I already have a 2.5-hour podcast already on here. And, you know, iMovie don't let you put too much stuff on there. I definitely don't think they're going to let me put 3 hours worth of stuff on. I can't believe they let me put this on with my podcast already on here. I was like, oh, y'all being nice today. You're giving me space today? Okay, so my file is done exporting and I open it up in my hard drive and it's the right file. I always open it up just to check, just to make sure the audio sounds good. Find a place where I'm talking. I don't have the Fenty Beauty Mascara, so let me know if you try it, and if so, should I get it? Okay, that sounds good. So the video is done, so I'm going to clear out the old footage. I don't know if iMovie is going to let me put this all in because there's like too much space on here. Let's see, let's clear some of this stuff out. Okay, so I'm going to clear out this stuff. Y'all, iMovie be tripping. I don't know if they're going to let me do it. I'm just going to delete all the old stuff. Let's see if they let me do it, y'all. We might get a warning message. But either way, I just take the completed file with my audio and everything, and I just put it, oh Lord, I can't turn to this with one hand, y'all, sorry. So I'm moving the finished file. Let's see if they let me do it. Oh shoot. Okay, iMovie is being nice today. So we have the full clip with audio and everything. So now when you edit it, it's all one file. You don't have to worry about the audio and the separate, you know how the audio being on the bottom and the file on the top. It's one file now, and that is where I edit. So this is the final file that I use to edit off of. So that is it, y'all. That is how I sync my audio. Please let me know if that made sense or if that was easy for y'all to understand. If not, just let me know and I'll try my best to clarify. I already took my makeup off. I'll try my best to clarify and try to make sure that I say it in a more understandable way because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not an official like teacher or anything, so I'm just trying my best to show you how I sync my audio. So like I said, I'm going to try my best to see for those of you that don't have GarageBand, but if you have a Mac, it automatically comes with GarageBand. I know some people remove it because they don't think they'll need it, but if you have an external mic, that's what you use GarageBand for. Well, that's what I use it for. And when I record my podcast, I just record directly into GarageBand, save it to iTunes, and put it into iMovie just like that. And I edit my podcast in iMovie as well. So I'm sure there's a way to edit it in GarageBand, but I don't want to learn that. And the way that I do it works fine for me. So yeah, so I hope that was helpful for y'all. Please let me know if it was helpful. I'm going to see if I can try to also do this in voice memo notes too, because my sister, for example, she deleted GarageBand and now she doesn't have enough space to put it back on. And now she has my microphone, so my old microphone. So I'm going to try to help her to see if she can do it with the voice memo, but I've never tried it. But I was just thinking about it. It's another audio form, so why not? Why wouldn't it work? But we'll figure it out. So I hope that was helpful, y'all. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.